Welcome back everyone. In this episode we're going to go and have a chat to a couple of blokes that are 4th and 5th generation family farmers in the region. They've been doing this for over 100 years. Well, not them, their family. They're currently growing citrus, almonds and a little bit of asparagus. Stick around. Garry and Darren, how are you?
Good.
Beautiful weather here in Sunraysia. Wouldn't be anywhere else, would you?
I love this place, part of the world.
Beautiful. Hey, we'll get straight into it. For those that haven't heard of Minter Magic, what do you grow here, and what's your biggest crop, I suppose?
Biggest crop's almonds now.
Yep.
We started growing almonds in 1985, so
Yep.
we're not new almond growers, but we also grow oranges.
Yep.
We're renowned for asparagus.
Yeah.
We've been doing
That's what you're famous for.
since 1927.
Yep.
World commodity price changed and market's got a bit tougher, so we've now gone back to 30 acres of asparagus.
Yep.
Well, I haven't. Gary has.
Gary has, yeah.
He's doing the asparagus now, and I've just planted more almonds on my farm.
Yep. One thing people forget about Sunraysia is it isn't just hot and dry. It can get super cold during the winter. The sun helps with our food bowl, but the know-how is what really makes it work. Yep. Now at Sunraysia, we love it, but what's so special about farming in this area? Is it the climate? Is it the soil, the river? What makes this area so special?
Our climate.
Our climate?
When you go to the tropics, the trees grow quick, but so do the pests, disease. In the mallee or in the desert, in the arid desert, you use less chemicals.
Yep.
You have natural heat, like we've just been through at 49 degrees. So any aphid, any insect that's hanging around is dead from heat exhaustion as well. Funguses with the high and low temperatures we have. So funguses need a constant temperature to survive.
Yep.
So whether it's a cold climate one, a medium or a hot.
Yep.
Where us, with the variation we have from 0 to 48 degrees in the shade,
Yep.
that'll keep most of them under control. We still have to spray a little bit, but they're really not as often and lighter chemicals when we do so.
This is the kind of place where you can drive past a row of trees and not realise you're looking at someone's whole year of work. Sunraysia growers are quietly tough, long days, early starts and plenty of problem solving when the weather decides to have a crack. Now we're going to jump around a bit. Family history, you said you've been farming here, well, not you, but the family's been farming here since 1927.
No, we actually started earlier
than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My great-grandfather came across here in 1911.
Yeah.
Get it right. 1911, 1912.
1912, I thought.
Yeah, my great-grandfather came across here in 1912.
Yeah. Where from?
From England, Kent.
Yep.
Kent in England.
Yeah, I've got some family history that direction somewhere, I think.
Oh, right. Well, there's a little place called Ash just out of Canterbury, and I've been back to my great-grandfather's farm a few times. The Minters still own it.
Yep.
Wow. It's still there. For how much longer we don't know. But yeah, they're virtually a generation behind us.
Okay.
Because my great-grandfather was 10 years older. But
Yep.
he virtually come across, travelled around Australia, found the mallee, found Mildura.
Yeah.
And why he liked the soil here is it very similar to his soil in Ash.
You wouldn't have automatically thought that, would you? You're thinking England and cold climate and muddy, but yeah, you're saying the soil was very similar.
Well, the sand is not,
but
the limestone is.
Yeah.
They had chalk in Kent.
Yep.
Like White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
We have limestone.
Yeah,
So he was used to working with shallow soils.
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons he liked Mildura.
Okay, so that soil mix you mentioned there, is that why the asparagus grows so well here, or is it one of the reasons asparagus grows so well here?
Asparagus originated from Greece, so it's an arid desert plant.
Yep.
So it's naturally grown here like a vine is. So it's actually in its right habitat.
Yep.
In this area. It does grow in the tropics and struggles. It does grow down in Germany and it's cold.
Yep.
But the arid desert is where it originated
That
from.
Mediterranean style. Yeah, okay. Asparagus season, when does it kick off? How many times do you cut it? All that sort of gig. It's fairly full on, isn't it?
Well, if you go back to the way you should do it,
you're
supposed to wait. In winter, you knock the top off. In spring, you harvest it, and then it's over. So if you go to Germany or Europe, that's what you get. You don't get much out of season.
Okay.
If they do have it, but it's called inferior product because it's not in season.
Yeah.
But for here, with the arid desert, we virtually don't. We can harvest any time of the year we want, except for May, June.
Okay. So with overseas markets, that's obviously a pretty big advantage.
Well, that's why we were so successful in asparagus. My father and myself, and Gary at the end of it, was we had a 4-week period where no one else in the world had it. in
Yeah.
a big chain of asparagus. It starts off, say, here, moves to New Zealand, no, it's down to Melbourne, to New Zealand, to Washington State, back down through California, and virtually then back here again. Then Peru got into the market, which hurt us a bit back in the 2000s, but we could compete.
Yep.
But then Mexico come in and grabbed our time slot at cheaper prices, and the cost of doing anything in Australia is a lot dearer than it is to do it in Mexico.
And that's exactly what we're going through right now. Like the prices are starting to come down due to the Mexican produce coming into the Australian market.
Yeah, rightio.
And just on it, we don't harvest the same patch, we harvest different patches.
Rotate it.
Rotate it or shift it, set specific patches aside. But virtually, as with the market's changed, and we've just got to pick the market where we can fit. Get the money where it's less in the world. The change over the southern or northern hemisphere.
Yep. Now let's jump to citrus. How many different varieties of citrus have you got?
There's quite a few different varieties.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So the reason for that is we start with our navel enders or M7s we had before in May, and then we go right through until October. All navels. So they're all navels, but different varieties for different times.
And what makes Sunraysia citrus so good? Why is ours?
The unique part about Sunraysia and the Riverland citrus, compared to the US, South Africa, China, is our fruit is southern hemisphere, so it's out of kilter to the northern hemisphere. So we compete against South Africa, Chile, and Peru.
Yep.
But the characteristic of our oranges is that they're orange. They're brighter orange than anyone else. If you actually go overseas and you have a look at some US navels that come here,
they don't have that colour.
Pale. Pale.
You see Sunraysia and the Riverland oranges and you in a photo and you think they're photoshopped, but they're not. They're that bright.
I've been to California down at Yuma, into the university trials down there of citrus, and I had the professor ask me what we sprayed our oranges with. So that orange. And our flavour matches our colour. And that's why the Chinese and the Asians love our oranges, because we are the best tasting in the world.
Water. We've seen so many different water efficiencies throughout the whole region in the last, more than a decade, 20 years or so. I'm assuming what you guys do now is completely different to what you were doing when you were growing up, Darren.
Well, the 80s was the start of that. The 80s was when water was getting scarcer. We had modernisation of irrigation, like we went from flood to sprinklers in the 70s and 80s, and then we got a machine called a tensiometer, which went into the soil, had a ceramic tip and a long shaft, and how deep you wanted it to go, and a vacuum gauge and a bit of water in it. So that actually then we could work out how far our water's going down our profile without digging holes every 5 minutes.
So you're not overwatering or underwatering.
Well, it was new technology, so we're working out how to use it. We learnt then that like wheat could go to 1500 kPa to suck moisture out. Citrus could go to 60 kPa and then start to wilt. Almonds could go to 80 or 90 kPa. So it was all different to what pressures was. Now we have the biggest changes. Now we have electronic measuring devices, which are, a ceramic tip only measured that much, where the electronic devices measure that much in the soil. So we can, and it measures it every 5 minutes or more. So we can actually follow the water going through the profile as we're irrigating it.
You can act quicker.
We can act quicker. We know what's going on. We know that we're watering too much, not enough.
Now, what's the best part about being involved in this community? I know we've got Mildura and Sunraysia, but out here, Iraak, Lignan, and Angelock, it is it's almost like a little community of its own, and it's pretty close knit. What's the best part about being in a community like that?
Angelock, you know everyone.
The
biggest change is there was a lot of families. Now it's a lot more corporate, so most of the managers live in town. So it's changing. It's not like it was in the 80s when everyone knew everyone and managers come and go. But it's still a very tight-knit community. Everyone wants to know everyone, and the bowls club and the football club are
and you all look after each other too, which is I've seen that from the outside and am quite impressed from a personal perspective. We'll move on from that. Best way to eat asparagus?
I'd have to say just a light boil, so it's still crunchy. And you pull it out, bit of butter, salt, pepper, and caramelised balsamic vinegar just across the top of it.
And I'll add a little bit more to that. In the boiled water, my grandmother put a little bit of sugar in the water.
Sugar in the water, okay.
Which enhances the flavour of the asparagus.
Right. I'm more of a barbecue person with some yabbies or something like that.
Yeah, they are good on the barbecue.
Well, guys, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. I'm going to have a bit of a wander around the farm. But yeah, good insight. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Johnny, Darren, and the Gary.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. See you later. Well, there you go, guys. 4th and 5th generation family farmers here in Sunraysia, Darren and Garry Minter. If you think of anyone else that deserves a feature on Out and About Sunraysia, drop us a line at info@outandaboutsunraysia.com.au. And if you like this video, check that one out there. And also have a look at outandaboutsunraysia.com.au. But be good, stay safe, and bye for now.